Hello and welcome to the annual Hart Golf Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Phil Fortaleza. Next up, we are excited to talk with Grandview University head coach Chris Winkle and student athlete Mike Evertson. Coach Mike, how are things in Des Moines today?
A little more stable than they were yesterday, but it's still not great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that summarizes it well.
All right, Coach, can you introduce us to Mike and what he means to your team?
Sure. Gosh, Mike's a senior, and I love Mike to death. He's got a very interesting story, and he is the heart and soul of our team. He's been our number one player pretty much for the last couple of years. I told Mike last year he's absolutely the best Grandview golf teammate I've ever had in my 20-some years. So, yeah, happy that Mike is part of our program.
All right, Mike, can you talk about your golf journey and how did you get into the game of golf?
Yeah, for sure. I kind of grew up around the game. My dad played in college and he was a superintendent for a lot of my younger years. So I kind of grew up around it. But to be honest, being from a small town, I didn't really like golf because there wasn't anyone else on the golf team. So as coach mentioned, I kind of had a unique path getting to college golf. Originally came to play basketball more so, and then kind of just picked up golf because I was a little bit naturally talented. But I got around the team, got around good players and the good program, and from there it kind of accelerated my growth in the game of golf. And so I kind of took a liking to it. Turns out it's a little bit easier on the body than college basketball. So that's kind of been my journey to this point.
Yeah. So what have been some of your favorite memories competing at Grandview?
Oh, the list goes on, but I will say, I mean, I'd never flown before until I came to Grandview, and we flew to a tournament in Georgia. So that was a unique experience for me. And then we've gotten to do that a couple other times. I would say driving to San Antonio, Texas this year and playing at TPC San Antonio was definitely up there. I've never played a PGA course like that, PGA level course like that. So it was just unique. But I'm gonna be honest, just being with coach, being with the guys every time that we're together is a memory for me. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, Coach, looking at your schedule here, your team had back-to-back unique opportunities to play some fun courses, one in Laughlin, Nevada, and the other at Colbert Hills in Manhattan, Kansas. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences for your team?
Sure. Actually, you're hitting on one of the cornerstones of my program and something that is at the top of my recruiting, and that is our schedule. We're very fortunate with the way Grandview supports their athletic programs and through what we do and some other fundraising to give these players the ability to travel to the United States and play not only PGA Tour golf courses, but some of the best venues in the country against the best teams in the country. And you're mentioning two of them. Mike had mentioned TPC San Antonio. They just had the Valero Open there. That's a PGA Tour stop. Colbert Hills, that's the second time we've been there. Jim Colbert is a former PGA Tour player, and that's Kansas State's home golf course. We found that tournament last year, and it was such a great venue and a great tournament that we wanted to go back. And then the tournament out in Laughlin is actually a tournament that I've been hosting for, I think 10 years. We just moved it to Laughlin. Another co-host of ours found this facility. We fell in love with it. And that's one of our highlight trips each year. But those are two really, really good tournaments because of the venue and because of the quality of the fields.
And Mike, how much did you enjoy the experience of traveling to Nevada for a tournament with your teammates?
Oh, it was awesome. And then the weather turned out to be about perfect for us while we were there. So it's kind of a double whammy of a cool trip, great golf course and good weather. So it was really a really neat experience.
Hey, Coach, Mike is Grandview's representative on the Hart Association of Student Athletes. Can you talk a little bit about Mike and how he's been a leader for your team? Not just that, but also for the university?
Yeah, how much time do you have? I think I'm Mike's biggest fan because I like to think that all the kids within our program are special. So when somebody is even head and shoulders exhibits the kind of things, the leadership, the qualities that Mike has, they even stand out even more. Yeah, so Mike is a leader within the team. I think the biggest thing you could say, it doesn't matter what sport you're playing, is when you have a team member that holds other team members accountable. And that doesn't mean that you're, leading by yelling at people. It just means you're leading by example, and you help bring them along. That's probably Mike's one of his biggest attributes and assets, is that he does that genuinely with enthusiasm, and he's sincere, but he holds the team accountable, and that helps motivate everybody. And so once you have everybody kind of with the same vision and pointing the same direction with the same high motivation, you're going to be successful. And yeah, like I said, I'm probably Mike's biggest fan. If I could have a bunch of Mike Evertsons on my team every year, we will continue to be very successful.
Yeah, definitely. And Mike, how much have you enjoyed the opportunity to serve on the Heart Association of Student Athletes Council?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely up there with some of the coolest things I've gotten to do here in my undergraduate time at Grandview. Just getting to meet some of the people both within the Heart of America, but then at different universities, and kind of getting to grow my network, but then also, learn from some of the best in the Heart. And this conference is kind of the gold standard of the NAIA Association. So I just getting to see the best of the best was definitely something that I really appreciate and have really enjoyed throughout this entire year. So.
Very good. Coach, your team was awarded the Hart Musco Sportsmanship Team Award for men's golf for your team's character on and off the course. What did that honor mean to you and your program?
To me, it's validation that, well, first of all, I'm going to say that the reason we won that is because of Mike, and the way he interacts with his fellow competitors when we travel. He's just a really good guy. And when you play golf, it's like other sports. It can be a little cutthroat. Guys only care about themselves and what they're doing. And Mike generally makes new friends every time he plays golf. And that goes a long way. So the short answer is it's validation that I know that we're doing the right things. We're acting the right way. And this is going to sound a little bit cliche and a little bit funny, but over the years in one of our early meetings, I always tell people, I tell my players, like, listen, I want this to happen, and it happens every year, that somebody will come up to me, whether it's a player from another team or a coach of another team, and say, hey, I just want to tell you, we love playing with your guys, or you got the nicest guys. And that happens every year. And so I very much lay down those expectations that when we go and we compete, we're going to do so at a very high level. But I want you to represent Grandview at a very high level in how you treat other people and how you act. And Mike, honestly, is at the top of the list. And so that award that we won, honestly, in my opinion, we win it because of Mike.
All right. And Mike, about for your perspective, what did that mean for you and your teammates to earn that award as the men's golf team of character for the conference?
Yeah, I think Coach kind of hit it on the head. I mean, it's just kind of a unwritten expectation that we kind of have. I mean, we've got a good group of guys, like Coach said. So it's very easy for us just to kind of be ourselves, be friendly within the confines of competition. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're not competitive to a standpoint, because we care very much so, but golf's a unique sport where, you're walking more than you're actually playing the game. And so it's really easy for us to kind of get in a flow and get in a rhythm while being nice to people along what we're doing there on the golf course. So I know it meant a lot for us just to kind of, like Coach said, validate the fact that, yeah, we treat people right, and we do right by others. So I think that's what we took away from it.
A prestigious award indeed, and definitely well represented by you. So big ups to you. So, right, Coach Mike, thanks so much for the time today, and best of luck for the rest of the season, and also best of luck at next week's Hart Championship.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.